Hi guys, and welcome to this week's very special Alakazam video blog.
And why is it a very special vlog?
Because today we are going to talk about our brand new release, Gold Dust.
Not only are we going to talk about it, but we're actually going to perform some tricks from it. You're going to do a couple, I'm going to do one of my favourites.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be a good vlog.
Okay, but before we do all this, let's cut to an interview with Paul Gordon.
Here we go.
Right, I'm here with my very good friend Paul Gordon. Paul, exciting times?
Exciting indeed. Yeah, thanks Peter. Yep.
You're more than welcome. This is the launch of Gold Dust. Now, just to let people at home know, this is something that we have been discussing on and off for almost 20 years.
It is, yes, since we were little boys.
So, tell the people at home a little bit about this, a little bit about your background. Even though on the DVD we do have an hour, it's an hour long.
An hour chat, isn't it?
Interview as well with me and you talking about your background, how you got into it.
Yeah.
So, explain to them what you're actually getting in the deluxe set.
Okay, well what you're getting in Gold Dust Live is 3 discs, 37 routines, and of those 37 routines there are 3 packet tricks where there's actually 4 packet tricks. One you supply your own cards, which is Corner of Piccadilly, and the other 3 are Muldoon Match, which is a double backer which is included, which is a great trade show item, so if anybody does trade shows it's one to look out for. And the other 2 are Killer Oh My God, which is a pocket trick, a kind of a strolling trick.
Like a twist in the aces type thing, but
with
we
a kicker.
Decided to do it with queens.
But yeah, that's right, yeah. And it's got 2 little kickers to it as well. And then also the Ultimate Sting, which is a good bar trick because it's very visual, and also because of the nature of it, which I won't spoil at the moment, it can be done in any language all over the world. So it's an ideal packet trick that can be done everywhere. So
and we had the cards. You had sets that you made up, but we had the cards all redesigned. They're all printed by the USPCC on Phoenix stock, so it's the highest quality card stock. So you're getting all those with the set. The set itself, because this will be the first time you guys have seen it, comes in this beautiful slipcase. If you don't get hold of the deluxe edition, you won't be getting all this packaging. You just get the standard library case. But you also have the fold out with all 3 discs, and over here you've got your little packet of goodies. So that is basically the set. We're going to go into more detail on that on the actual vlog anyway and talk a bit more about it. But I just want to say that the whole Gold Dust thing started and continues in these. So
well, I don't know if you folks know this, but I've been creating magic for nearly 40 years. It's a long, long time.
That is a long time.
And I used to contribute to Abra magazine back in the mid-late 70s, and then Apocalypse in the 80s and 90s, and every other magazine you can think of at that period. And I started writing my own books sometime in the late 80s. Well, they all went out of print, so thankfully, and about 3 or 4 years ago I started to write these. So there's 350 routines in total, which is the best of everything I've done, but it also includes 150 routines that were new. So if you already own the previous books, there's a lot of new material, but everything has been rewritten from the old days as well. And hopefully, as Peter will attest to here, they are gorgeous looking books.
They are fantastic.
Cloth covered, foil embossed, and for the nerds like myself, head and tail bands, top and bottom, which really adds to the mix there. But it is all doable, workable thing, and I know over the years, Peter, you've seen me do a lot of it, as has Dave behind the camera here. It is all workable stuff. There's no pie in the sky stuff here.
Well, like I said, we go into full detail here, but I met you about 25 years ago at a convention. Alakazam itself had just started, I think, and it was one of our first conventions where we attended as a dealer. And I remember coming up to your stand. I didn't know who you were. You totally fried me with Easy Ace Estimation and some other stuff. I think just off the back of Easy Ace, I bought all your books. And I picked up a set of these and I love them. Your writing style for me is perfect because I can learn a trick in 2 pages.
Yeah.
It's literally, you get to the point.
I did that on purpose because I'm not a big fan of books where they take, I mean, I read one recently, 17, 20 pages to explain a trick, which just is ridiculous. I like to leave people to their own imagination, so that I describe them nuts and bolts with some excitement as well, so it's not just bland writing. But most of the tricks are explained in 1 or 2 pages. For instance, the head-to-head poker, which is now everybody's buzzing about. I've been doing it for years, but I think it's a 1-page description in the book.
Yeah.
But it's all there, you know. And I try and write it as if I'm talking to you personally, so it's very conversational as well. So that's kind words.
Well, they are great books, and you know, bearing in mind the Gold Dust Live is only a small portion of what's in the books. I mean, me personally, I tend to learn better from DVD, but like I said, your books I find quite easy because it literally 2 tricks. I get bored very easy.
Me too.
And that's why these are good, because I remember after the filming, I remember ringing you up because obviously I hadn't had the masters, Russ had all the footage, and I remember ringing you up and saying, right, there was 4 tricks you did. 1, you did this, and you said, right, that's page 17, whatever it might be. And I just flicked through and it was like, bang, done it, find the other one. And it's just so quick, it was great. But these are really good books. They're only available at the moment from you.
Yep, that's only available from me, but
you're allowing us to carry them.
Yep.
So you guys can purchase these from us. If you want my honest advice, I would get all 3 of them. But they are available separately.
Yep.
But also, Paul has generously offered, if you were to purchase Gold Dust DVDs plus the book, he is also going to throw in 3 packet tricks. Okay, so these they're not on here.
They're not on there. No.
Are they in there?
They're in the books, but
these are the cards.
They're the cards for them. So it saves you shuffling through your bottom drawers looking for the cards. And I can very quickly tell you that this is a very nice colour changing routine, as is this, another colour changing routine, but different ideas totally.
Yeah.
And this one as well. So I've chosen all 3 particularly for the offer because they are very doable, and I think you can probably see videos of these either on my website, or I can add them to your page if you're interested. But they're very workable things and very visual. So yet again, I've chosen them because they will work worldwide.
Brilliant.
For your audience.
The other thing I want to mention, there's been a lot of you guys that have already placed your order for Gold Dust. You can still take advantage of the offer. If you order the books, we're going to have the books up separately, or we're going to have them up as a set. If you purchase the set, but you've already pre-ordered Gold Dust, in the notes section of your order, when you place the set, just say, I've already pre-ordered Gold Dust. We'll match the orders together, and we'll throw in the packet tricks for you as well.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And as another bonus, before Paul goes, he's now going to film for you guys a very special trick that does not appear on Gold Dust DVD. And does it appear in the book?
It's in this one here, yeah.
It's in one of these books, but it doesn't appear on the DVD set. Now that will be sent out, a link to that will be sent out on our email this coming Sunday. So if you're not a member of our email list, pop along to alakazam.co.uk now and sign up, because on Sunday we'll be sending out a link where you can learn an extra trick from Paul Gordon absolutely free. So I just want to thank my good friend Paul Gordon.
Thank you,
so
Peter.
much.
And can I just take this opportunity to thank you? You know, I'm sure all your creators and all the people that you work with over the years, thank you. But I sincerely mean it, because I want to thank you for all the hard work you've done. Russ Stevens for the filming, Dave Lucy on camera, Andrew backstage and so on. Fantastic production. Everything you've done is wonderful. We had a wonderful time doing it, and to cram in that amount of material. As I say, it's 37 routines there, folks, on the DVD. In the way that we did it is wonderful, and the audience that were there, and to you folks for hopefully purchasing and enjoying it. So thank you.
So that was when I saw Paul earlier today. And it's, you know, I will just say it again, this has been 20 years in the making. I've been speaking to Paul about doing it. I'm so excited that it's finally out.
It's a beautiful set as well.
It is a beautiful set, and I will say, we've already said it in the interview, but this is the deluxe limited edition. The reason why it's the deluxe limited edition is because it's coming in this beautiful collector's packaging, and you're getting the packet tricks included. As soon as we've sold out of the limited run, it will then come in a standard library case. You'll still get the 3 discs, but you won't get the gimmicks. But you will be able to buy them separate if you want them. But this is, you know, realistically speaking, when you add up the price of the tricks, you're actually getting the rest of it for about £8.
I know, it's crazy.
It is really crazy.
And that leads us on, actually, because you're going to show us one of the packet tricks.
Yes.
And it's called?
It is called the Ultimate Sting.
Shall we have a look at that?
Yeah, let's have a look at the Ultimate Sting. The last time I was in Vegas, a friend of mine took me to this little cafe where I sat down with this card cheat. The guy was incredible. He took a bunch of cards, and all the cards were actually the same. They were all ace of spades, every single card. And he said he was going to demonstrate some serious cheating skills. What he did was he took the aces and he alternated them face up into face down into face up into face down. He then split the cards into 2 piles. Each pile consisted of face up and face down cards. He said to me, and he challenged me to spot him as he was going to turn all the face down aces face up without me seeing them. All I saw was a little movement like this, and the first ace turned face up. He done exactly the same thing again, just a little twitch like this, and the second ace turned face up. He then picked up the other pile, and just by tweaking both corners, he managed to turn both cards face down at the same time. Now, this was all great. It was really impressive. But I heard rumours that he could actually switch cards out while people were staring at him. So I asked him to do that, and he said, "I've already done it." At which he turned over the cards to display the best hand in poker, a royal flush in spades. And the moral of this story is, if you ever meet him and you ever challenge him, make sure you bring enough to cover your losses. So that was the Ultimate Sting.
I love it.
It's a great packet trick.
And it's easy, right?
Yeah, it's easy. The other packet trick you get in it, the Killer Oh My God, is easier. Because I don't think there's really anything to the other one, maybe an Elmsley, and that's it. But with this one, you've got like a Hammond involved and everything, but it's still an easy trick to do.
Well, all of this stuff, really, isn't it? It's nothing too difficult. You know, that you're not going to be taught anyway. And he goes into great detail on the moves you need, the presentation for it. So,
well, the other thing as well, which was really good, was, and you've mentioned this to a few people, and I have as well, is the little stuff that weren't even tricks, like the little tips and little ways. Something that really impressed me with Paul, and I don't know if you've ever met Paul before, if you've ever been sitting in a bar at Blackpool or whatever and you see Paul, he'll just borrow a deck of cards and he can just go on for hours with this deck. And the nice thing is, Paul jazzes a lot, so he doesn't really know what he's going to do. He'll just do it, but he'll get himself into position 2 tricks ahead for something he knows he's going to do later. And that was something that I really picked up from him. And I know we do it when you go out and you work, you have a set routine, so you know, okay, I'm going to start with this, then I'm going to go into this, and I'm going to do that, and then we're going to get onto this. Whereas because Paul does a lot of his stuff, even when he's out performing, he'll just go with the vibe of the room. So the routines he does will change depending on who he's with and what sort of responses he's getting. So he'll be setting himself up on the fly, but during other tricks. And I think that's really important, and the information he gives on things like that, to me, was worth the price of the DVD set alone. The other thing I want to point out as well is there was a few people emailed us or put messages on our Facebook saying, are they all packet tricks? No, they're not. Most of the tricks on this DVD set you can do with a borrowed deck.
Yeah, the one that I'm going to do in a minute as well, actually, is a borrowed deck, and it is so strong. Like really strong. So there's so much material in this. You know, you'd be hard to find someone that doesn't get at least a few things from this, if not more. And as you were saying, and I said this on the Deception podcast as well. I said that, you know, his nuances and his little touches, I was learning every single day something from him. Like there was 3 days in a row we were filming, and every day he's taught me something. And being in magic for 20 years now, I kind of feel old already. To learn something new every day is
it's really good. And I will say once again, I know I said this in the interview with Paul, but when I first met Paul, Alakazam had just really started. I was at a convention, we had a dealer stand there, Paul, that's the first time I met him, and he showed me easy ace estimation. That totally floored me, and I bought all these books off the back of that, and I learned that, and I still perform it to this day. If you want to see that perform, there's a video of it on our website under the products. But let's move along to your favourite trick, which is called
you put me on the spot now, there's so many. Right, it's disc 2.
Disc 2.
That, and no, it isn't. It's disc 1.
Disc 1.
And a killer card mystery.
Killer card mystery.
No, it's not. Is it?
It is. I think it is. It's a mystery card.
It's a mystery card. Yeah.
It must be killer card.
Let's have
mystery.
a look at that now.
Don't worry what it's called.
So Pete, I'm going to show you a trick. This time using the 4 jacks, so the guys can see at home. Just pop them on the table.
Okay.
Also, I'd like you to select a card in just a moment, but I'm going to put a mystery card down here. Okay. So any one of these cards you like, you can take it out, turn it face up, sign your name from corner to corner for me.
Doesn't matter if you see it, does it?
No, it's fine, as long as the guys at home can see it.
Can't really see my signature, there's a bit of black art going on there.
Put that in there. Good. If you wouldn't mind, recapping the pen. Because there's a couple of cuts. Perfect. So, you've signed the card. I've got the 4 jacks down here. And I've got a mystery card. So I'm going to show you something with the 4 jacks. First off. So you have to pay attention to this. The first jack, the Jack of Hearts, the red Jack of Hearts, is going to go below the mystery card. Okay, and the next jack, the Jack of Diamonds, is going to go above the mystery card. So Jack of Diamonds above, Jack of Hearts below.
Hearts below, diamonds above.
Spades and clubs here. Okay? Would you be impressed if I could now change the order of these 2 cards?
Without touching them?
Yeah. How about if I take it one step further? How about if I can change those 2 cards with the 2 blackjacks that were down here on the table? I
would be very impressed.
Would you? Yeah. Okay, so have a look at these cards for me. Turn them over. There's now the Jack of Hearts. That's the Jack of Diamonds, which leaves me down here with the Jack of Clubs and the Jack of Spades. They've swapped places. But I said I'd show you something with your signed card as well, which is over here. And I had a mystery card, which I put on the table from the very beginning. I don't even want to touch it. I want you to turn over the mystery card, show them, let them see that is your signed 10 of clubs.
That is really cool.
Great trick, right?
Yeah, really commercial. And we know the power of just Dr. Daly's, the switch, you know. And to add the mystery card bit in there is great. Now I remember when we were watching the filming of this, as soon as you saw this trick, you sort of nudged me and went, I'm going to learn that. And the thing is, with a lot of this stuff, it's amazing because when we were watching the filming, almost every trick I saw Paul do, I'm thinking to myself, I've got to learn it. I've got to learn it. I've got to learn it. Because I know that it's stuff that when I go out and perform card magic, I don't tend to do huge amounts. I mean, I'll do double undercuts, I'll do palms, I'll do passes and stuff like that. But I don't try and go into these flourishy tricks. Do you know what I mean? I tend to do stuff that I know works, gets a good reaction, and I can do under fire and maybe slightly intoxicated.
Well, this definitely is, you know, the sleights used in this are general, you'll know them, and the effect itself, that kicker at the end is just, I think Dr. Daly's needed that. I mean, it's a great trick, it's brilliant, and the more you perform it, the more you want that just extra little bit, and I think this does that. So
yeah, it's a lovely thing, and it's that mystery card thing. You know, you're building up, and I know when Paul done it, when you see it on the DVD, he sort of makes a big point. We're going to isolate the card here. It's a great thing. So that is Killer Mystery Card.
Yeah.
You know how to play poker.
I do know, yeah.
We're going to play a game that I invented.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's called 10 card poker.
Right.
Do you know why it's called 10 card poker?
I'm guessing it uses 12 cards.
No, it uses 10 cards. You were close though, off by 2. David, just say stop as I riffle down here.
Stop.
There, sure?
Yeah.
Exactly what you said. We're going to cut the deck and we are going to deal 10.
Yeah.
10 cards. We don't need the rest. We'll just use the 10. I'll put these out of play. This is the way it works. Okay, I will deal you 2 cards.
Right.
You just choose any one for yourself. Just pull it over to you.
I will go this one.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, take another one.
Another one?
Yeah. Actually, take another one.
Hey! Right.
And now, you choose a card for me. Which one should I have?
This one.
And seeing as I allowed you to take 2, you allow me to take 2. So give me any 2.
Those 2.
Sure?
No.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
Choose one for yourself.
This one.
Perfectamo. Choose one for me.
That one.
That is great. And you take that. I'll take that. We're all good.
Yeah.
Now, bearing in mind, the deck was shuffled. It was cut. You chose exactly where we dealt from.
Yeah.
And you've made every single choice.
Correct.
Every single choice. Have a look what hand you've got. This is how 10 card poker works. We only play with 10 cards.
So I've got to get the best hand of these 5, yeah?
Yeah, you've got to beat my hand. What you got?
Well, nothing.
Well, it's not bad. Bearing in mind, they were random cards.
Queen high.
Queen high.
Yeah. We got a pair.
Oh, a little bit more than a pair, actually. Remember,
know.
you made every decision.
Yes.
I've got the 10 of spades. I've got the jack of spades. I've got the queen. I've got the king. And I've got the ace. The best hand you could possibly get in poker. And you made every decision. You loser.
Good job we didn't bet, wasn't it, really? That is great.
That is head-to-head poker. There have been other versions of this sort of, around this plot before. The thing with pools is there's no real, I say there's no real setup.
Yeah.
There is a setup, but you get into the setup. This was one of the ones actually that fooled me when Paul done it. Was the fact that he was doing all these effects with his deck, and then he just went into this.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realise was he had set himself up about 2 tricks before, which was really, really cool.
It's a great technique. It's very,
yeah, it's very deceptive and disarming as well, because you don't realise it's going on. And head-to-head poker, there's absolutely no sleight of hand in that. It's a great little poker routine. If I only do poker routines for people that understand poker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. Very, very easy to do, and once again, it's on the discs. The discs are just jam-packed with good commercial magic that you will do.
I'd say take it a disc at a time. Try not to jump ahead, because each disc has got each trick on the disc is worthy of performing. Yeah. And yeah, obviously 3 discs crammed full. I can't really give it more of a recommendation. Yeah, and he's got on disc 3. Disc 3 seems to concentrate more on his walk around set. So he even explains his marketed effects Corner of Piccadilly, which has got rave reviews by tons of workers out there. Yeah. We explain exactly how you make it. Now it's your choice whether you try and get hold of the long cards, whether you go for aged cards. Me personally, the set I made up just used regular playing cards, because I want it to be like a scam rather than, even though I love the look of the old cards, for me it's all, they look a bit tricky. You know, whereas if I'm doing it with just regular cards, it looks like a sort of 3 card Monty type thing. But we explain how to do that, and once again that was one of Paul's marketed effects that used to sell for £15 or so. So that's in there. But you know, pop onto the website,
have a look at the trick listing, because there's some great tricks there. Also, there's a few videos underneath, but we really hope you enjoy, you know, the stuff you've seen, because it is proper worker material.
Is it a total, with the packet tricks, is it 40 tricks?
Nearly, I think it's 37, 38 tricks. But then there's also other bits on there as well. You know, we teach, or Paul goes into things like the Benzea spin out, which is a beautiful sleight I've used for years. He talks about the jog shuffle, and there's loads of little bits of information throughout as well. Then there's also that interview with Paul where I talk to him about his background, how he got into magic, where he's going in the future, and he shares some funny stories. You know, he's great, Paul.
He's been there, done it. Yeah, it's got a wealth of knowledge. So yeah, as I say, Gold Dust, it's great, it's brilliant. I can't really recommend it anymore. It's got everything you need in there, all the packet tricks, a couple of packet tricks that come with it as well. So it's great. Put it on your Christmas list or grab one right now. Yeah, and remember, it is a limited edition. If you want this set, there is only 1,000 worldwide. At the moment, they are exclusive through Alakazam or Paul Gordon Direct. That may change after Christmas, but if you want it on your Christmas list, put your order in with us now. And that's it really, that's it for this week's Alakazam video blog. Next week we will be talking about another of our Christmas releases. Ooh. It's already on the site actually, so most of it won't be a big surprise, but we haven't got the trailer up yet. Yeah, trailer's coming and it is brilliant. Yeah, so we'll give you the full lowdown on that next week, as well as some other bits and bobs, and I think we've got a bit of a competition next week as well. Nice. Also, don't forget, if you haven't already downloaded it, get yourself the Alakazam VIP app from the App Store. The Android version is currently in beta test mode, so we have a few people testing the Android version. That should be live, all going well, in about 2 weeks. Also, I was going to say, the people that have downloaded the app will already have seen what it has to offer. There's been some great sale items that have gone up, like flash items where we have 4 or 5 of each product that just go at a crazy price, silly price, and that just comes up on the notifications. So if you see it, get in quick, because that's great fun. People are loving that. So if you haven't got the app, make sure you get hold of that. And a couple of other things. Obviously, Christmas coming up, great time to start filling your wish list. And remember how the wish list works. You can fill your wish list. You can give anyone of your friends and family your email address. They can go onto our website. They can click on the button that says view someone's wish list. They put in your email address, it comes up with your wish list, and if they purchase something for you from your wish list, it now gets taken off your wish list, so no one else can purchase it, so you won't get double. So that's a great little service on offer there. And there was one more thing I was going to say, the bundles. We seem to be selling more and more of the bundles coming up to Christmas, so I think people are grabbing them for Christmas presents. So check out the bundles, because you can make some super savings on there. So that's it really for this week's Alakazam video blog. Subscribe here. And pick yourself up a copy of Gold Dust. You will not be disappointed with this. It's full of workable stuff. And for me, personally, I always like to have a DVD release at Christmas for Alakazam, because I know you guys are going to have some time off over Christmas. And there's Boxing Day for me. Is the day that Jenny and Holly go out shopping. Harry's up in his room playing his new games on his Xbox, and it's the time for me to sit down with something like this, a pack of cards, a cup of tea or a Bucks Fizz, and just watch some stuff. So Christmas is nearly here. It's a bit too early to start talking about it, but get it on your Christmas list or place your order now. So anyway, guys, we'll see you next week on the Alakazam video blog. See you guys.